Today's story is an adventure through the Bell Witch Cave in Tennessee. What do you think? Will they make it out alive? We're gonna soon find out. Alright, ready to get scared? Turn off the lights. Get cozy. And let the chill begin. On a cool October evening, Mia excitedly approached Jake, clutching a brochure for the Bell Witch Cave. "It says here that the cave is haunted," she exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Jake rolled his eyes, but felt a twinge of intrigue. "Haunted or not, it's just a cave," he replied, tapping his chin thoughtfully. Yet, the legends were captivating. As they packed flashlight and snacks, Mia couldn't shake the feeling that something extraordinary awaited them. Arriving at the cave, an eerie chill enveloped them. The entrance loomed like a gaping mouth, ready to swallow them whole. "You ready?" Mia asked, trying to mask her fear behind excitement. With an unconvinced nod, Jake led the way inside, their footsteps echoing against the damp stone. The air inside the cave was heavy, filled with the scent of earth and dampness. Huge thungs overhead. As they ventured deeper, Mia recounted the tales of a Bell Witch, a spirit said to haunt the area. Jake scoffed, dismissing her with a wave of his hand. Suddenly, the air became thick with silence. "Do you hear that?" Mia whispered, her heart racing. Jake frowned but paused, listening intently. Faint whispers echoed off the cave walls, sending chills down their spines. The voice was unintelligible, but carried the tone of deep sadness, almost pleading. "Let's leave," Jake suggested, and he's creeping into his voice. But Mia insisted they go further. "What's a little fear in the name of adventure?" she prodded, leading the way with her flashlight, cutting through the darkness. As they reached a larger chamber, the whispers faded, replaced by an oppressive stillness. An old wooden table stood in the center, covered in dust and ancient carvings. Mia ran her fingers over the symbols, feeling a strange connection. Those are markings from old rituals, potentially connected to the Bell Witch. Jake, however, felt a sense of unease creeping in. "This is a dumb idea, Mia. We should go back," he urged, but a determined glint remained in Mia's eyes. Suddenly, a loud crash erupted from behind them. They turned to find a large rock had fallen, blocking the exit. Panic surged through Jake. "We need to get out of here," he said. But Mia was transfixed by the markings. Amidst their panic, the whispering escalated, now clearly audible. A cacophony of voices lamenting their fate. "Get out! Leave!" they cried. The temperature plummeted, and Mia felt an icy breath rush against her neck. She turned, her flashlight beam catching flickering shadows. "What was that?" Jake shouted, gripping Mia's arms tightly. "It's just our imagination," she stuttered. Puffed out filled her voice. But then, they saw it. A figure darting behind a rock. A shadow that seemed impossible in the darkness. "Did you hear that?" Jake gasped, now terrified. Mia nodded, her heart pounding. "We should go. Now!" They rushed back toward the fallen rock, panic surging through them as the whispers grew louder, swirling around them like a storm. "You shouldn't have come here," her voice broke, echoing through the chamber, causing the walls to tremble. "I told you this was a bad idea!" Joke screamed, pushing desperately against the rock, but it wouldn't budge. Mia, tears streaming down her face, shouted, "It's not going to let us leave!" In a moment of desperation, Mia recalled a tale about offering peace to the spirit. We have to try," she insisted. They rummaged through the Jake's backpack, pulling out their snacks, a granola bar and an apple. "No, I'm serious. We can't leave empty-handed," Mia urged, placing the food on the old table. The room fell silent as they stood in anticipation, fear coursing through them. Suddenly, the air cracked with energy, and the whispers transformed into a low, guttural growl, shaking the very foundation of the cave. The shadows merged into a dark figure, its eyes glowing terrifyingly. "What do you seek?" it roped. Jake shouted, "We want to leave! We didn't mean any harm!" "Silence!" the figure bellowed, and a force hurled Jake against the wall. He gasped, struggling to regain his breath while Mia stood frozen, trembling. "Leave and never return," the spirit warned, the cave vibrating with looming malice. Then, just as quickly, the figure vanished, and the rocks shifted slightly. "Now go!" Mia shouted, pressing Jake forward. They stumbled toward the exit, adrenaline pumping as the whispers transformed into anguished wails, pleading for release. As they burst into the night, the cool air felt like salvation. Breathing heavily outside the entrance, they fell to the ground, their hearts racing. "What just happened?" Jake panted. Disbelief echoed through his face. "We survived," Mia replied, shocked but revealed. The cave loomed behind them, dark and inviting, as if it still held secrets untold. From that day onward, neither of them mentioned the cave again. But they could never shake the feeling that the Bell Witch was watching, waiting for the next visitors who dared to venture into her domain. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey through real-life horror. Remember, the scariest stories are often the ones that live next door. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share your own scary experiences in the comments below. Until next time, keep your lights on and stay safe.